Oh, hello everyone. I hope everybody is doing good. Today is day number 2. We're trying to do this daily. Try to get a little bit better at it. Make things better. I don't know, what do we think? How do we feel about this? Is this like a decent setup? Are we liking it? I actually really like it. I think this webcam looks good. Also, I'm aware that you can see the things. It's fine. I'm pretty sure you can see the border, and everything like that. It's fine. I don't care. Um, like if I were to blow this up more, it would just it just wouldn't look good. So this where we at right now. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing good. Um, yeah, you don't really have much to say besides we're gonna be drawing again today. Um, Trying my new little routine instead of doing this right away, switching into lifting and working out right away as opposed to. Um, and I think it's good because I'm a little bit more alert, a little bit more focused, dialed in. The only thing is, when I lift, if I lift really hard, like I, kind of intend to, I can be very, uh, how do I say? I can be very shaky. If you get like a pump and stuff, you're like, so the goal is to be able to lift early enough to where I don't end up shaky by the time stream comes around. Okay, so I was looking at the channel, and the longest stream that I have, I'll pull it up right now. The longest stream that I have is, I want to say, 3.5 hours. So I would really like to let's see. It'd probably be one of my first ones. 3 hours, 3.5. Yeah, 3 hours, 21 minutes. That's my longest stream. So today, we're going to reach for the 4 hour mark. That's the plan for today. Um, I think I'm just gonna continue to do like sounds and stuff for the music because I don't think that I really can play that type of stuff, you know? Like I don't think I can play music without getting copyright because I'm just uploading these streams directly to my channel. So I don't think that I'm actually going to be able to do that. It is sweltering in my house. I have to say. Um, it's been really weird so far summer. It's been a really cold spring and it's not really, I mean it's almost end of May here. Um so for me summer kind of starts in June. I know technically it's like June whatever. It's like, when summer officially starts, but so yeah, that is pretty much that. Let's see. So I just realized I don't have the I don't have I don't have chat open. Whoops. Here we are. Okay, there we go. Just didn't have it open and I just didn't want I don't want to miss nothing. But what was I saying? I don't remember. Oh yeah, it's super, I mean like literally sweltering. And so I'm going to just try and hang tight, hang in there. Also, do we think this is too bright? I don't know. Let's check. Let's check, yeah. I actually think it's probably fine. Yeah, it looks good. Okay. Excellent. But yeah, I don't uh it's been weird because it's been really cold all spring, summer, and been super rainy. It's been like, 40s, 50s, 60s, which that's like peak Trevor weather. A little lore about me is I do not like warm weather. Like I hate it, in fact. So I kind of have like the opposite. type of like seasonal depression than most people have, where like usually in the winter people get really down. For me, it's the opposite. For me, in the summertime, ugh, it's terrible. When I'm like sweating and my hair is frizzy and I feel like gross and everything's damp and like just, because we in Michigan we have a lot of humidity here. And so we get a really humid heat, which is just like the worst. Like everything is sticky and just terrible. So, and it hurts my vampire self. So I just don't like it. So anyways, yesterday was really hot, but today it's like only like 64 degrees or something. I guess it's 70 degrees now. Oh, it's supposed to get up to 83. Okay, well. Anyways, it's hot. That's all I'm saying. Um but yeah, I don't know if I'm and anyway, back to what I was saying. I have the window open right now. It doesn't look like the mic is picking up the birds, but the birds chirping are really beautiful. So I think I might like see if I can find some like ambiance of that birds chirping in the morning. There's just gotta be like something like that. I'm sure there's something. I'm gonna just play this and we're just gonna just see how it goes. Hopefully this is not like some crazy intro. I actually can't hear what you guys are hearing right now, so I'm just gonna skip like an hour in. I hope that if this is terrible, then I hope that somebody will let me know, or it'll just ruin the video. Either way, okay. So with that out of the way, we got the goals in mind here. We want to there we go. We want to stream for a decent amount of time here. We want to like stream for 4 hours, get a new kind of record, and my goal is to keep expanding that out until I don't know when. But this is going to be like my basically as much time as I can afford is kind of my goal. So like, hey, if I can focus for 8 hours, if I can get into a rhythm where I focus for 8 hours, I'm gonna do it. So, but yeah. So anyways, let's see what else. I think that's pretty much it. I guess we can kind of get started here. My buddy called me. That will have to wait. I'm gonna set a timer just for myself so I know when 4 hours is. That'll be like 2:40, probably somewhere around there. 2:30. Okay. For hello, sweetheart. The missus is dropping by. Yeah, chat. Just a crazy story. I I play chess, right? And there is there's this guy. So I don't know. Maybe I've said this before. I don't know if I haven't, but chess has this mechanic where it'll recommend people who are like of similar skill level to you. And there was this guy who keeps recommending me to play with just a absolutely crazy name and a crazy profile picture. I will show it just really quick. His name is I'm Dookie in chess. That's his name. And well, I don't know if y'all can see. That's all I'm showing of it because I don't want to get in trouble, but yeah. And I posted about it. I'm like, yeah, I'm not playing that guy because it is it's crazy. But every time I open the chess.com app, I see that guy. Like I should like report him or something because every time I open it up, I see it. It's like, man, and that's the guy who I'm getting matched with. It's like, that doesn't really make me feel too good. Doesn't make me feel too good. All right. Okay, so we can get into it. The plan for today was simply to continue working on building my mannequin. And to do that, we're gonna move on to do like midsection stuff, and then like hips, and then limbs. But let's reiterate what I know already. I'll just kind of lock in here. Awesome. Where's my other pen? Here we go. How it got over there. Ooh, see, like, yeah, I feel really shaky right now. I'm gonna have to figure out what to do about that. I will say I did wake up slightly later than I wanted to. I also started a little bit later, but we'll see. I don't know. We'll see how things go. If it ends up becoming like a big problem and it's really affecting my performance, this is obviously my number one priority, so I'll change it. But yeah, so far I am really liking this. That was very sweet of Brianna to check in. She's at work right now, so I mean that's real support. But yeah, definitely with the weather and switching over, it's spring now. I don't have like terrible allergies, but I'm telling you, my allergies have been not good. Not good. Okay, so this is kind of the mannequin that we've built so far. We have the head. Which is pretty simple. Which that's what you want when you're building your mannequin, is you want it to be really simple so you can just repeat it and draw it from all over, and you can understand the body as like a three-dimensional shape. So then we have the neck that will slot into it. So and it technically kind of looks like this and from the side. From the side it looks like this. We've got the torso, which is just basically like a rib cage shape. And then we attach shoulders. Little shoulder pads, almost. We make the frog looking shape. I think this looks like a frog. So that's pretty much that. Okay. And then now, what we kind of want to do is we want to start adding the torso, or the midsection, and kind of the hips too. So I've thought a lot about how I want to do this. I don't know yet. because I have a lot of conflicting ideas. So we'll just see. I don't know if I want to make it 3 segments or just 2 segments and just connect the torso and the hips. Um, so we're gonna see here. But I wanted to look at some references that people do for it to kind of help me decide. But I was thinking it can almost be all one piece, kind of like this. And then, like, almost looks like a nose. And then from the side angle, it could kind of... Because then, oops, make this straight. Because then kind of what would happen is we'd have the torso come up, but it would kind of slot over it. Somewhat like this. Hmm. I don't know, what do we think? I don't know. And then, if you think of them like pieces, one will like slot in and then it can kind of move. So, I don't know, I have to think about it. So the alternative would be, instead of doing big one piece like that, it would just be like a cylinder, because that's what most people do. And then, standard box one is, literally a cylinder in a box like that. It's really nothing else to it. Um, which, I don't know. Hmm. I'm like, maybe I should do this. Maybe this looks more organic. Hmm. Sort of deciding literally right now. But then how would the side angle look of this if I continued with this shape? I mean, it kind of looked the same, really. I guess now that I think, well, not quite. Hold up. If it's kind of like that little, I don't know what to call it, like nose shape. Oh, I didn't grab my water bottle. That is going to have to change if I'm going to be here for 4 hours. That's just going to have to change. Yeah, I should grab that. I'll grab it after this little cycle here. But so all right. So this is sort of the shape that I'm thinking. And then the rib cage would go over it like this. It looks like a super weird monster. Like these are its eyes, and this is like its huge nose. So bizarre. Cool. Essentially like this. I don't know. Should I make this more? Instead of like a circle, should I make it more like? Nah. I mean, a rib cage is circled. This is fine. My only concern is I just want to make sure that the arms look natural. But I mean, technically, like skin would go over like this. And if they have back muscle, you know, go over and anyway. Okay, this is the shape that I'm thinking. So the side angle would look I mean, pretty much the same. Only thing is, there'd be kind of like a line here because, you know, like slots down. But it would make sense that there'd be like a front. You know, maybe something like this. And then this is where the legs would kind of slot in at. Okay. I'm gonna test and see if I like this, and I'll try and do it from some different angles here. So these legs would have to be longer, but you kind of get the idea. Hmm. I don't know. Hmm. Yeah, okay. Hmm. They're just sort of trying to test out how it would look in different angles and stuff. Not really sure. Um, I think that this looks okay. I think the where my uh palms lie with it is kind of where it connects to the legs. It's like, do I like it like that? I don't know. Hmm. Yeah, I really need to fix the side angle because I don't like it. I think I'm trying to do a little bit too much with it. Yeah, I am. Hmm. I'm like, maybe I should just do the hips. Hmm. Just looking at like different what other people are doing, trying to like make a decision. Like this is just too like wide. It like just looks weird, and I don't know. I like maybe the maybe I really don't need to. I mean, maybe it's as simple as it just should just be thinner. Or like maybe it should be like this. Hmm. I think I'm just overcomplicating and overthinking it. I think so. Yeah, I think I am. Okay. Y'all, I'll be right back. I just want to go grab my water bottle. That's literally it. So I'll just be right back. And we'll take a 5 minute break while I mull this over. Okay, I'm back. I hope I didn't run too late. I probably did just a little bit, but that's okay. I have my water, so everything is fine. Um, Sometimes I think if you just get up and kind of move around a little bit, it really helps your focus and thinking and everything. So here's where I'm at. I am going to marry the two options that I have. So I really like my idea, which is this little nose shape. Um, like that. I do really like that. However, the side angle looks weird because I can either do it, you know, flat like that, which doesn't quite look right, or if I do it with kind of the volume that you would see, it just creeps too far up into the torso, and I think honestly that's the main thing, because you know, it would maybe be more similar to like this. You know, draw the shoulders. Got the head in here. You know, just something like that, right? Okay, so maybe a tiny head, but you get the idea. It just looks too big, too much. So I think I'm gonna marry the two. I like this sort of pelvic, almost like T triangle shape. But instead of having it come up all the way here, instead of doing nothing or just like a spine line, I'll do like a little cross, like a little something like that. Or maybe it should be just a little bit longer. But you get the idea. Maybe something like that. Because then you can draw the... And then it becomes a bit easier. Draw it from the back. And kind of look something like this. Or from the side, I mean. And the legs can kind of slot in here. Then that makes a little bit more sense. So I think I do like this little cross shape. So let's do some practicing with it. Am I gonna rip this page out? No, I can just remember it. Okay, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Dun, 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 dun. I love these headphones, by the way. They're these ones. They're Porta Pros, and I just have big earmuffs on them. I've seen a video, or I saw a video where the guy who was just going through like his EDC stuff, and he had these Porta Pros, and he was like, they're super cheap, and the thing is, they feel like you're not wearing anything, and I can confirm that's exactly how they feel. So when I do really long, really big study sessions like this, it doesn't bother me because you know how when you wear over the ear headphones for like a long time, it can kind of be like, you know, it kind of hurts your ears a little bit. Doesn't have that with this, which is really cool. Okay. All right. Yeah, something more approximating that, although it won't protrude so much. And then the legs would go here. I really like how this looks from the front here. Like a lot. I think it looks really good. Ooh. But I quite like this. I feel like they're... And the legs would go here. Nice. This pen is certainly easier to use than the other one. I think this side kind of came out a little bit too much. It should be more in because it would... Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try and do some practice with the official kind of, you know, mannequin. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. We can just do like a front on view. I mean, I'm happy with that. It's like way bigger. Legs are definitely something I need to work on too. Okay, so I mean, this is the basic mock-up, basic idea. Now, I need to focus and do some more studying on legs, arms, hands, and feet, definitely. And this little connection part with the mannequin won't be there. So I'll do some without those. But I think now what I'm going to try and do is I'm stuck between being like, all right, let's do a little bit of drilling. Okay. Here's my plan. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to now practice uh doing basically just this right here. No lines here, but basically my mannequin that I've designed so far. So just not the limbs yet. I'm going to try to draw that from all angles. I'm not going to try and contort it too much right now. I want to try and draw it like straight on, but like from all angles so that I understand it. Then I'm going to add the limbs. Tomorrow, what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to do just practice with the um there we go. Just with practice with line of action. And I'm just going to do a bunch of mannequin work, but I'm going to get a bunch of references and just belt out practicing drawing the mannequin from all different positions and stuff, different gesture drawings with the mannequin. Because I think that's going to really help. But I kind of want to live this mannequin until I'm like really solid with it. Once I'm really solid with it, from there, the plan will be to, be able to start drawing people a lot better. Start doing them less with the mannequin as a guideline and more just like that's like a mental model. And I can just draw without the need of it. And then, from there we'll move on. But like anatomy is the foundational skill that I want to master like kind of first. I mean, obviously like form is really important and kind of what I'm doing is a lot of practice with form, but beyond that, it's a lot of stuff with anatomy just cuz I don't know. That's just one thing that I really really want. Um so yeah. It's important guys to have like a deep plan of like what you want to do and like steps in how to get there. Like plan all the way to the end and then add the steps in between to get from where you are to the place you want to be. Define what success means and then write a roadmap to get there. Also, it's crazy how much I've gone through the sketchbook. Definitely haven't used the most. I definitely haven't used it the greatest, but like in terms of I have just not filled up completely every page, but okay. Actually, think I'm gonna do this with just like do I have a felt tip? Um, I'm doing this with a different marker because I like kind of want to like put this up somewhere, maybe something like that. Um, as like a reminder. Well, maybe not. All right, no. Sorry, I thought about it a little bit more. The idea is to get it in my brain. So, okay. 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 Going good. I like it. I like it so far. Yeah. Okay. Something like that. So far, I'm really liking it. I mean, so far, I think it's quite effective for me. Like I'm being able to visualize things like a lot, which is good. That's kind of the intent with this is I want to try and make something that I can visualize in my mind and really twist and turn and very much like contort, manipulate. I mean, those all the above really. I think this maybe should have been more flattened because it almost looks like the film camera is looking down at the head, which is sitting like this, when I actually wanted it to be straight. But that's okay. That's what we practice. Let's see. It's 11:30. Oh, I've got plenty of time. All right, then I'm gonna do another cycle of that, and this will be my third. So pretty soon I should take a bit of a bigger break. Okay. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna take like a 5-minute break. Rest my eyes and everything like that in my hand. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I've been trying to use my left hand more when I'm not drawing, just to lighten the load on my right hand, and it's been pretty good. Only thing is, it's not always in my mind. So whenever I think about it, it's really good because I'm like, I'll just use my left hand and it's good. But sometimes I forget and I catch myself like brushing my teeth with my right hand or something. And I'm like, no, bad. Shh. So trying to sit with better posture too. I feel like I need to put like a pillow behind me or something. I haven't gotten one, but I do kind of want one. So that's probably on the docket. Probably something I should get. I'm pretty happy with my mannequin so far. It's looking good. Um, and I'm feeling like I'm able to draw it from all angles pretty well. And big thing is I just need to make sure that I'm able to I just need to be able to make sure that I'm able to manipulate it and stuff like that and move it around, but as a rigid structure from the different angles that I can draw, it looks good. So I'm liking it. Okay. Let's get back into it. third cycle. Kind of like a fan, almost. This might be a bit too wide, but some people got wide hips. Hmm. Okay. I mean, hey, I'll take that. Nice. Dude, it is just so hot in here. I'm like literally sweating. It's like horrible. No, it's not horrible, but it is a little bit uncomfortable. Dude, it's hot enough to where I'm considering grabbing my fan. Um, I have an inline fan with a duct ventilation tube, and it's literally hot enough to where I think I might grab it. You know what? I'm gonna do it really quick. I'll be right back. I mean, it's just right over here, but dude, it's just so hot in here. I'm just hoping that it's not too loud. It's just, we'll see. We shall see. But usually, what I do, I don't know if you can see, but I run this tube like into my bed, and it's very nice. Doing that is extremely nice. This is like a crazy life hack. I don't know if you guys know what a bed jet is, but bed jets are like air conditioning units that you can get for your bed. Only problem with them is they're like literally like $700 or something. Okay, it doesn't look like you can hear it. I'm gonna shut my window because I think it's hot enough out to where it'd be worth it too. Okay. Yeah, I don't think you can hear it. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Okay. I still feel like the shape really just... Not that it falls apart, but it just... Its weak point is definitely the side angle. It's just kind of like, what does it... I'm having trouble visualizing what it looks like from the side. You know, like something like this. Yeah, I mean, it's... Something like that. Something like... Did I draw it from the side back here and I found something I liked? Yeah, okay. Close. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Yeah, so I'm liking it. I'm gonna finish out these last 10 minutes and I'm gonna start trying to do like just hands and feet mannequins. Because I think after this. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Nice. It's like too elongated. I tried to I was like, maybe I'll bend it over and we'll see. But it didn't really work. So essentially what I tried to do was, I should have just done it from a front on angle. I mean, that's not bad at all. I think this should have maybe kind of curved more. Hmm. Okay, cool. Okay. Uh, I've got one more cycle before I should take a longer break. So that's the plan. I mean, so far, honestly, I really am thinking I'm making some good progress here, and I'm quite liking it. Sorry, we yawning. Jeez. Hmm. So, these shoulders can also tilt and turn, like they can rotate. So it's important to know that, you know, they can bend up. They can rotate. So it's good to know that. So yeah, it's good to know that. Okay, I think now I should probably move on to like excuse me, I'm yawning. Some arms and legs. Okay, we can kind of move on to that next, I think. Should we do arms and hands or legs and feet first? That is the question. Don't know, don't know, don't know. Could do arms and hands first. Or maybe we should just do legs and feet because I'm already on like a page related to legs and feet. Yeah, probably let's do that. Alright, let's take a little break. Whew. How are we feeling? I'm feeling good. My focus is pretty good. Been streaming for like almost 2 hours, so that's good. Um, so I've got like two more to go, really. Ugh. Ugh. After this cycle, we're gonna take a my fourth cycle. We're gonna take a little bit of a longer break. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet for it. Um, like I should probably take like half an hour-ish break. And it's like I don't know if I want to just like stop streaming and then just like stream in 30 minutes. That seems kind of I don't know. So I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Cause I'm doing like Pomodoro cycles. Whew. Yeah, let's repeat 4 times and take 15 to 30 minute break. Okay. I was just checking. So, for those who don't know, Pomodoro cycles kind of go like this. And for somebody like me, it really helps. Because I'm kind of a lurker. And I like to like just circle around the things that I'm doing, kind of. That makes sense. So it's like this. You do a thing. Do thing. 25 minutes. Take break. Sometimes I'm like, this light washes out pencil like crazy. Take break. 5 minutes. Repeat 4 times, which would equal 2 hours. Take 15, 30-minute break. And then this goes back to here. So it's, you know, it's essentially like these 4 cycles of 30-minute work. And then, you do it again. So obviously, like, I haven't. Wait, is this my. Now that I think about it, is this my 4th? Well, yeah, because I'm about to. Yeah, okay, it is. Okay. Like, sometimes it's weird because, like, obviously when I start the stream, I like yap for a little bit. So the yap time is different than the, you know, like the Pomodoro cycles don't line up exactly with the time that I'm streaming. So it's like different. But yeah, that'll work. That'll be good. Okay. Cool. All right, let me take a little sip of water and we'll get going again here. Okay. So now we're gonna add legs and feet. So I know that leg bones essentially look somewhat like that, and then you have the hip here, and they pop out. Thing is too is the knee is a big chunk, you know. It's kind of like that. So it's good to keep in mind. And the knee is important because there's the kneecap, so it almost kind of looks like the bones kind of almost look like this. I'm looking at a reference right now, just so you know. So don't think I'm just like making this up, or I remember it right now, because I don't. But eventually, it will be in my memory. But yeah, so kneecaps kind of look like this, and they they can bend over one another. Okay. So it's kind of like this. And this can bend. You get the idea. It can bend. So what I'm trying to say is the knee is quite important for what the legs are going to look like. I mean, and then we know that the calf muscles and hamstrings also are pretty important. I feel like for me, calves are the easiest to kind of understand, and then the thighs are tougher. Um, so I know that. Okay, these go around. Oops. A lot of it's like a lot of bands and things like that. So, anyways, all this is to say, what are we gonna do for how we want our mannequin to look? So that's kind of what I am thinking. Something like this, but let's give it some more volume. And we'll probably split this up. I'd be more like this. Hold on. I mean, that's kind of a pretty chunky leg. Um, but you get the idea. Okay, not the greatest portrayal, but you get the idea. Hmm. Okay, definitely need to adjust the model for the foot. Hmm. Yeah, I need to adjust the foot, but the arm, or I mean the legs, I'm kind of getting up. For the mannequin, I have a pretty solid like understanding and idea in my mind of what it's supposed to look like, so I'm not too worried about that. Um, hmm, yeah. I'm just experimenting with kind of how like a mannequin for the foot would be. Like I mean, maybe I just don't have to overcomplicate it. Maybe it can be pretty like small. I'm looking at some references right now, and there are some that are just pretty simple. And that is the idea. But I like the idea of there being somewhat of like a medium complexity to it. Like there's some. Honestly, I don't really mind just doing just that. Hmm. I don't know. I do not know. But it's time to take like a bit of a longer break. So yeah, I'm going to probably run to the restroom really quick. I shall return. I shall return. Ugh. And we'll come back and we'll work more on the um, legs and feet of the mannequin. Um, I don't know. I'm telling you, I've never, literally never really studied feet before, which is kind of, it's funny to say that, but it's true. I mean, I've never really done it, and so it's definitely kind of a new topic for me. I think for our mannequin, something like this is pretty adequate for what I'm trying to do with it. Because I really want to just get the figure right now, and then so once I should take a longer break. Let me make this like we'll do what time is it? We'll do like 20 minutes, kind of in between. So honestly, with the mannequin and like this is kind of my goal right now. I wanna do like get figure drawing, be able to draw my mannequin in every single angle. I want to be able to do it great, and I basically want to get to the point where like my mannequin's like basically mastered. Like, not even basically. I'm going to get to a point where my mannequin is mastered, where it's you know like I can draw it from any angle. This is what I mean. This is what I mean when I say mastery. This is what I want. I can draw it from any angle, and it looks believable from any angle. And I can picture it perfectly in my mind, and I can rotate it in my mind. That's what I want. I want to develop that grasp on it. From there, from that moment, what I would like to do is then start working on doing it without the mannequin and just drawing like people basically figures but without the mannequin, and so I'm gonna have to study things more intensely, but I think having an extremely strong foundation of these are what the basic forms look like, I can draw this from any angle, will really help me because it's just a matter of basically decorating the base, so to speak, of what's already there. So I think that's pretty solid. But I'll be back. I'm just gonna like probably use the restroom, and then I'll come back and we can just yap for a couple minutes. But that's the plan. So I shall return. Dun, 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 dun. You know, I was thinking it would probably be pretty wise for me to like. It would be cool to be able to bring you guys like downstairs and stuff. Like I don't know. I don't know. There's got to be a way to switch to, you know, like a camera, like an actual camera, even if it's just my phone. It'd be nice to bring you guys like outside, like, cause now would be like a perfect time to go on like a little walk or something. But I digress. Ugh. Oh, I know. I'm gonna charge my iPad more because it's dying. So I'm gonna charge it really quick. Normally I have I have this power bank here, so that if I'm and I just dropped it, son of a gun. Normally I have this power bank here. Okay. That I'll use to charge. However, the power bank is dead, and it holds like 4 charges, but it is dead. So I'm gonna plug probably both of them in a bit. It is so hot. I'm about to check the I'm about to go check the temperature to see what it is. I just cannot speak today. My apologies. My apologies. But yeah, I'll be back. I'm gonna go check the thermostat and then I'll come back and we can yap for a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to point any fingers. But somebody in the house likes to turn the AC off. And bro, it was like 77 degrees in here. I'm like, bro, that is too much. That's uncomfortable. 70, like, okay, fine. I'm pretty sure 70 is like pretty common. Pretty sure 70 is like the average for houses in the States. But taking a little 20-minute break feels good. I already feel pretty refreshed, and it's been like 10 minutes. So that's quite good, and I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, I'm letting the iPad charge up and everything. So yeah, next up, I want to start adding legs and feet to the mannequin. I quite like this. This is like, I think, basically what I want the mannequin to be looking like. Bottom of the foot sort of looking like this, maybe with the addition of an ankle. But yes. So yeah, I've got lots of stuff to do today. Gearing up for a lot of things. I have Chad been working on the board game as well. So all right, a little lore behind it. It took me a really long time to get to this point because I had a bunch of ideas and I've had a lot of them that I've kind of had to put on the back burner. I have an idea that I probably won't speak about right now because it's that good of an idea, and but I just don't have the means to be able to pull that off right now. The game idea, it was too grandiose and too big, so I was like, okay, I'll try and do something smaller for like the incarnation of the incarnation of my board game industry company, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, but anyways, so I have been working on it. Um, so yeah, when things are done, I will show you guys what I work on. But like I said, I'm going away this weekend, and all the downtime that I have, I'm gonna bring like my iPad and I'm going to just do like a lot of work on it when I wake up in the morning and before bed and stuff like that. Because so a bit of lore. I actually came up with the idea of being like, it would be such a good idea to give my dad like a board game company. To like literally build one and then give it to him. And that became one of my like dreams slash goals, like literally last Father's Day. And Father's Day is coming up next month. It's the 21st of June. So I'm like, I would love, in like a perfect world, I'd have like a prototype made. I don't think that's gonna happen. Mostly because I'm still waiting on the piece design, and once I get the piece design, I have to figure out where I'm gonna order it from, and like that process is gonna be really complex and kind of honestly kind of that's gonna be the most arduous part. And also, I don't know exactly when I'm getting the pieces. I might have to kind of set some sort of deadline or something like that, but anywho. Anywho, um, so yeah, but anyways, I would like to get as much done for the before Father's Day as I can. So even if I just honestly had the cards done and like I printed them out, I actually know that there's a couple places in the area that do that sort of thing. So if I were to just get that done for now, that would be good. And you know, I'd be pretty happy to be able to be like, hey, this is the progress that I've made for the board game thing. Because I pretty much gave, like, last Father's Day, I was like, hey, man, this is something that I kind of want to do for you. And he was like, okay, let's do it. My dad always goes, let's do it. Like, he always says that whenever I come up with ideas like that. He's usually very on board. So, yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I've been thinking about him a lot, especially with Father's Day coming up and everything. And I'm like, yeah, it's definitely something I really want to do. He's definitely the main motivation I have for building that game and stuff. And the gameplay is actually very fun. I've play tested it a couple times now, like probably maybe 10 times somewhere. And it's to the point where the game functions. Because at the beginning, ooh, it was not great. But now it's starting to get a lot better, and there's a lot more, things. The idea is I'm gonna play test throughout the whole creation, so that I can, you know, continue to make sure things aren't broken. When you read about people who have produced board games and they talk about, hey, these are the things that you should do. Everyone just goes play test it a lot, and so that's what I'm gonna do. And the thing is I actually like the game that I made, and it's actually pretty fun to play, which is important. And so I don't mind playtesting it because I think it's fun. So yeah. Dun dun dun. Man, this is such a. The break feels so long. But it's all good. It's important. Yes, indeed. Hopefully the ambience is nice. I'm just trying to find something that's like, good. Like I said, probably when I get back home next week, I want to try and do a setup where, well, honestly, I actually kind of like this. I don't know. I'm gonna see. I'm just gonna try and let things flow naturally, but I do want to get a setup of a camera like over here, but my PC is over here, so like I'd have to like move everything or get longer cables, which is probably what's gonna happen. It's just longer cables, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Anyhow, okay, well, only a couple minutes left. Yeah, I like this design of the foot. I like this design of the leg. And so I think for the most part, I'm pretty cool with it. And I'm pretty happy with how it like looks. I don't think I would change much about it besides like an ankle and then like a foot. So I think when that starts, I'll do a practice of drawing it from all angles. I think I have like 3 cycles left, I think. Yeah. I have like 3 cycles, so do one more practicing legs, and we'll move on to arms and hands. And then from there, we'll do another arms and hands practice. And then tomorrow, we finna do line of action practice with the mannequin. Just drawing it from a bunch of different angles. And then Thursday, what would be cool is to do a lot of to just do it from imagination. I think that would be a good thing to do for Thursday, and that'll be a good place to call it before my trip. I'll go on my trip. I'm gonna work primarily on my board games, but I'll revisit this stuff because it's important to engage with the material a lot when you're learning something. Don't just like learn it and be like, okay, yeah, I got it now, and like don't do it again. Like practice, practice, practice. Obviously, I'm doing these big study sessions, and if tomorrow I'm doing like 4 hours and stuff, my goal is to slowly but surely kind of creep up and do more and more time for studying. Because now that I have a habit of streaming and I'm doing this pretty consistently, not 100% and it's not perfect, but it never will be. Um, but now that it's a habit, it's going to be, a lot easier for me to start working on the intensity of the work that I do. Because there are kind of 2 dimensions of how deep you can work, and that's the amount of time that you put in, and then the intensity of the work that you do. So that's kind of where I'm at. I think one thing that I'm really struggling with is I have like almost like I'm almost trying to like be instructive and figure it out on my own, which it's kind of like I don't think that's probably a good thing. I don't know. So this is what it is. At its very core, I simply wanted to do this to just show my journey because I'm going to be one of the greatest artists of all time, and so, it'll be really helpful for people who like me, who want to become great artists to look back and be like, "Hey, literally this is Trevor's full journey. Like this is literally his entire journey." And that's pretty much what this is. So, I think that'll be really, really cool. And the farther I go in my career, the more valuable this stuff is. So I'm definitely planting trees right now. Um, because it's like, bro, can you imagine if Can you imagine if you had like Leonardo da Vinci, you had a live stream of every single time he practiced? That's like invaluable. If I could travel back in time and do that, that would probably be like I'd have the most I'd have the most valuable like piece of media almost ever created, you know? So, I don't know. So when I get to the level where I'm aiming for, it'll be more valuable and it will be able to help out a lot of people like me being like, "Hey, this is what it is. This is what it takes," you know? To just all the work that I put in and everything. So, yeah. Okay, we can pretty much start back up here. Okay. Oh, I didn't change that. Okay, let me. I'm gonna change it really quick. I'm gonna change it right now. And when would be a good time? Okay, new turn off time is 5 p.m. Okay, that's changed for good now. Ooh, I'm feeling very fired up, which is good. Okay, how do we feel? How do we feel? I feel pretty good. Because I accidentally did a thing where I showed the top of this and like low key the bottom of these two things. When you do that, it'll make it look bent, you know, instead of being straight, it'll look bent. Almost like they're standing like this when they're not. If you can see the top of their legs, you know. So it's important to not do that. However, pretty happy with it. It's looking pretty even, I would say. I still think the weak point is the feet, but it's a new subject for me, so oops. So maybe let's do some practicing of those. Hmm. It's like, do I want it so boxy? I don't know. I like that. This is technically like the outside. So yeah, I mean that's pretty solid. That's pretty much what I want. Let's try and draw this bent. Okay. Hey, that ain't bad. That ain't bad. Sorry, I just blew the mic out. I need to chill. Ugh. Water? Ooh, awesome. Mm, okay. I feel very comfortable with the legs, honestly. Here's the backside. Anyway, you get the idea. Get the idea. I feel pretty comfortable with it. These are pretty wide hips. Why he keep doing that? It is an accident. Um, but the feet though, not good. So we're gonna practice that with the remainder of the time. Wait, let me study this really quick. This right here. This makes me a happy man. My design, not the feet. You get the idea. I ain't no feet guy. God dang it. Um, but yes, I really like the design. Well, it should be more like that. Something to think about. Uh, okay. I'm really trying, y'all. Like, hmm. Okay, wait. I think I know what's wrong. I'm trying to think of like what a front on foot looks like. Like I can draw it from a side. I can draw it from. Hold up, I could do that a little bit better. Just don't know how a front on foot would look like, so I'm gonna look it up. Because if if you get stuck, you can't picture something in your mind, bro. Look at a reference. That's pretty much how it looks. I mean. Might be slightly taller, but cool. Main thing is this is just where the toes would go. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm feeling like way better about that. Cool. Awesome. We're at the 3 hour mark. So, like 2 more cycles. And we'll practice probably arms and legs. Probably. I'm sorry, arms and hands. Yeah. I think that will be good. Arms and hands. And when I take this 5 minute break, I'm probably gonna run downstairs really quick, and then I'll come back and on my iPad, so it'll be a little bit easier for me to visualize everything, because it'll probably be charged up enough for the remainder. Okay, cool. Ugh. All right. It's really 5 minutes here. Okay. Swag. I shall return. Be safe. Hey, don't do anything stupid while I'm gone. I'll be right back. Yo, I have returned. Awesome. Ugh. So, okay. We're at the 3 hour mark on the dot. Perfect. So the plan is to do 2 more cycles. That's pretty much it. Oh, I forgot to grab my iPad. I have my iPad as a little reference here. So we're gonna do arms and hands now. Now I have studied arms and hands just a smidge. And we've done some practice here, all of us together, on arms and hands. As far as hand mannequins go, it's gonna be pretty much like a box. Let's look at arms though. So the shoulders we already have as part of it, which is cool. Yeah, okay. This is kind of what I was thinking. So, for a lot of people, they do the little chain. So they do the little and it's, I mean, essentially this. There's this, oh, I guess technically it should insert in the middle, and then you'd have like the wrist. And then from there you'd have a hand. Just connected to the... But pretty much people do this. And honestly, I'm probably going to do somewhat of the same thing. So... so we'll do this. I suppose it technically should be something like this. And it's kind of like that, really. So you have the shoulder, and then let's go to the traps or whatever. The big thing is this can bend, so that's one thing that you kind of have to be wary about. Ooh, should be more like. Okay, here we go. Should be more like this. And this is essentially kind of like the elbow. And yeah, like I said, I actually have some practice with an arm, so it's not completely unfamiliar to me. So it's just about like, hey, can we draw these things from different angles? The answer to that question is sometimes. Very much sometimes. Ugh. Okay, I might try and draw the. Well, no, I want to see that for last, I think. Alright, let's just keep drawing arms. It's so hot in here, mind you. I can smell the candle, and it's not my candle, and it's not even burning. Okay. So like this arm obviously looks pretty good. However, thing is, yeah, it'd be like this. But anyway, thing is, the hand mannequin when I try and draw like a fist is like the way that I design the mannequin definitely look definitely doesn't look great when I definitely just looks like you can't even really tell what that is. I feel like only I could be able to tell what that is. Um, so maybe when the fist is balled up, we'll just draw it. Simply as just a square. I hope you can't hear the lawnmower because that really suck. Here, I'll mute. Didn't mute. Okay, plan B. My hands are not the greatest, so what I'm gonna do is for the remainder of my time, I'm gonna draw the mannequin with arms, legs, feet, torso, head, midsection, like everything, just not hands. And then we're gonna do next cycle will be tons of practice with um, just hands, and then after that we'll move from doing just hands to like adding it onto the mannequin. So, one sec. Yeah, I'm like back and stuff. All that good stuff. Okay. 10 minutes. Let's do this. Okay. So like besides the arms being really uneven length, actually pretty happy with it. Like I think it translates really well. Shoulders are a little bit big, that's for sure. I mean, I feel like that translates pretty well into like a human figure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's a little short, but that's okay. Like his head should be a bit smaller, maybe. But so his head should probably be more like this size. But beyond that, it's good. I'm pretty happy with it. I would say from here, the big improvement could be made with, well, drilling this obviously to try and get the best proportions that I can. But can't be mad about it. Can't be mad about it. Ugh. Okay. Arms probably need to be a bit longer. Yeah. But not bad. I'm actually pretty happy with it. I can tell you right now, I definitely feel at the end of my rope when it comes to focus. So hopefully this 5 minute break here coming will help. And we're gonna practice hands now. Okay. Drink some water. We'll focus on hands now. Yeah, okay, I'm pretty happy with this mannequin. We'll put things to the test more tomorrow when I do line of action because we'll do some practicing. So we'll do gesture drawings. And if the gesture drawings work out good, we'll figure it out. If I do them and I go, these don't really look right, like the mannequin's kind of failing for whatever reason, which is very possible. And if that is the case and they start failing, what I'll do is I'll change it. I'll manipulate it, whatever it needs to be. We'll change it. But the idea is to be able to do gesture drawings, draw it from every angle. You know the drill. Once I'm able to do that, we're gonna be doing good. Things are gonna be very solid, and I'm gonna be very happy. Then we'll start adding just more and more detail. It's like building Frankenstein. It's like building a monster. The more we practice and the more that we did I just get brighter? Or I'm probably just tripping. The more we practice, the more details we can add, the better it will be. Okay. Oh, I'm telling you, I'm pretty hungry for lunch. I have not eaten lunch yet, which is not good. I should definitely have eaten lunch. Okay. Doing yet another hand study. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Actually, I'll just do it for 30 minutes. Technically, after I would do like a 5-minute break, but
So the hand should bow out. Okay, makes sense. So fingers are not naturally flat, they curve. Yikes, that's a long tone. Hmm. This pen's dying. Oh my god, I'm out of focus. No! Ah, how long have I been out of focus? Probably so long. God dang it. Oof. Alright, this pen is dying. I can't get this untied. My hands are too sweaty. There we go. Oh, I finished the first box of these ink cartridges. So that's good progress. There we go. This is just not good. Hmm. Not great. Ugh. Definitely reaching the end of my focus, I'll tell you that. But it's good to push the boundaries. Ugh. Hmm. Bleh. And my focus is shot. Ugh. Okay. Oh, alright, I think that's where I'm gonna call it. I feel like I'm just like not putting any quality lines down. Um, so yeah, all in all, I feel like today was a good day. Um, I broke my stream length record, which is good, and I want to keep pushing it. I don't want to force myself to do like bad stuff, but just it's a matter of pushing it, you know, pushing it as much as I can without it like suffering too much because I need to build focus, but I don't. Oh, so sorry. So sorry. I need to push my focus as much as I can, but not like completely lose it. And so yeah, like I mean, once I get to doing stuff like this, you go, okay, it's done. It's done. But I was starting to get the hang of it, and I feel like the material that I was studying was helping out a lot, so that's good. So I'm really happy with the mannequins that I made today, and I was practicing hands, and that went really good. And yeah, all in all, I'm pretty happy with everything that we've done today. And it's like I always say, I will continue to say, if y'all show up and we put consistent effort in, you will see results. So yeah, that's where I'm at, and I'm gonna keep on keeping on, and I will never stop. Um,
But yeah, you guys are, like what I bear my heart for, and I hope that everyone enjoys their Tuesday. Oh wait, is it Tuesday or is it Wednesday? No, it's Tuesday. Yeah, it's Tuesday. So, but yeah, and yeah, I hope everyone enjoys their day. And I love you and stuff. Um, bye bye.